students, now that we have come to an end of all our modules for dermatology, let's solve the NEET 2024 year's question and see if we can consolidate our data and come to the right answers. All right. So before I reveal the correct answer, write down the correct answer for yourself and I will be explaining all the options wherever necessary. A child presents with an orange colored. Okay, so let's identify clue words for every question. Make sure you read the question properly. Look at the words like except, all of the above, true, false. Make sure of what they are asking first. Rough, scaly texture, hyperkeratosis of the palm. Histopathology shows ortho and parakeratosis. Very straightforward question. So, hyperkeratosis and the classical orange colored with this histopathology points us to pityriasis rubra pilaris, which was a papillosquamous disorder. Remember this. Keratosis follicularis is capes, which is seen on arms and legs, probably due to constant friction waxing in females. Reactive arthritis will not present with ortho and parakeratosis. Follicular psoriasis will have histopathology of psoriasis and not PRP. So the correct answer here is PRP. Next one, choose the correct option regarding the given image. Very simple anatomical question. A is eccrine gland. Why? Because it is not related to the hair follicle, directly opens onto the skin. Alright. B is apocrine gland, which is a longer duct and a coiled secretory portion. C is sebaceous gland, which opens above the erector pili muscle, and D is the erector pili muscle. So let's see, where do we see A, eccrine, B is apocrine, okay, I think this one, C sebaceous, and D erector pili. So C, this one is our correct answer. Moving on to the next one. Young man, multiple sexual partners, probably pointing towards an STD. Risk factor, inconsistent condom use. Painful, so it cannot be syphilis. Remember that. Any which ways, the next is vesicular lesion. So it cannot be any other STD. Vesicular is herpes on the genital area. So multiple grouped vesicle, characteristic of genital herpes. Remember that. None of the others show vesicular lesions. Alright. Answer is C. A patient presents with loss of sensation. First clue. Along the ulnar nerve, nodule on the forearm, intradermal antigen was injected here. Lepromin test, intradermal. Loss of sensation, nodule on the forearm gives a clue towards leprosy. In any case, if you cannot diagnose the disease here, they have already mentioned here that they are talking about some type of leprosy. They have told us which type of leprosy to find out. Accurately describes the condition. So here the answer is A with a positive dermal test. Why? A lot of infiltrate is seen in a positive lepromin test, and lepromin test is positive in tuberculoid leprosy. Alright? This image shows presence of infiltrate. Lepromatous leprosy with a negative dermal test, not in this image. ENL is a type of reaction. Lepromatous leprosy with a positive. LL leprosy will not have a positive. So this rules out our option. Alright. It is a single nerve involvement, mainly a single lesion. So this also gives a clue for tuberculoid leprosy. So the next question is here, what condition shows the box sign? Even if you don't understand the histopathological image here, box sign is seen in morphia. So the biopsy of an indurated stage in morphia represents a box. Alright, so hence it is called the box sign. Morphia is a localized scleroderma. In lichen planus, there will be pigment incontinence seen and interface dermatitis. Lichen nitidus was those papillae clutching the ball appearance. Remember that? And lymphocytes here. So that will be lichen nitidus. And lichen amyloidosis will show some degree of amyloid deposition. And secondly, it will not be stained with HNE, it will be stained with special stains. An adult male presented to your clinic with the SCAT findings, alright? Asymptomatic macules on the chest. The first symptom, second symptom, moist grey lesions around the perianal region. Fine, moist grey lesion, adult male. So moist grey lesions are condyloma lata. This is the alopecia in syphilis, secondary syphilis, moth-eaten alopecia. So Treponema pallidum, Trichophyton microsporum and fungal infections, malassezia, seborrheic dermatitis. The answer here is Treponema pallidum, as all the clues point towards secondary syphilis. NEET 2024, the questions of session 2. So I think we heard a lot of talk about session 2 was tougher. Some people found the session 1 tougher. So do not focus on such things. Just know your knowledge thoroughly. An 18-year-old male with numerous skin lesions, upper back and face acne vulgaris. Alright. Most effective treatment for this condition. This one, all of the treatments are correct for acne. We rule out, okay? It is upper back and face a little widespread, so let's avoid topical. The lesions don't look like they're inflammatory. Somewhere they look nodular, but most of them probably comedomal also. But the thing is, I do not see any red inflammatory papules, or I do not see any pustules in this region. So for only this reason, I will not choose any antibiotics and I will go with systemic isotretinoin. In such a question, select the best possible answer, alright? So the answer is A. Middle-aged man, dysuria, purulent urethral discharge. My first clue. 3 days ago. Alright, the incubation period. Gram negative shows negative intracellular diplococci. Second, unprotected sexual intercourse pointing to STD. So gram negative, we are talking about gonorrhea. And the correct answer is cefixime 400 stat. Alright. Syphilis, benzathine penicillin. Acyclovir for herpes. 35-year-old man, skin lesions, vesicular eruptions in buccal mucosa. So skin plus mucosa involved. DIF is used to look for antibodies. Vesicular lesion, clue towards vesiculobullous disorder. But in any case, this is a very classical image of a fishnet pattern which is seen in pemphigus vulgaris. Remember this. And fishnet pattern is an intraepidermal disorder, hence pemphigus vulgaris. Bullous pemphigoid will show bullae. Dermatitis herpetiformis will show on papillary tip deposition. Linear IgA will show linear deposits on basement membrane zone. Even bullous pemphigoid will show deposition on the basement membrane zone. Just a quick revision. Epidermis, DEJ and dermis. Alright, so epidermis here has the stratum spinosum, where the cell surface will show positive DIF, which is here. Rest, all the three are on the basement membrane zone. The answer here is pemphigus vulgaris. 4-year-old boy represents patches of partial hair loss, itching, scaling on scalp, also seen in sister, most likely diagnosis. Areata will have patches of hair loss, alright. Pyoderma will have pus. Pediculosis capitis will not have patches. Now, areata out of this is not contagious, okay. So, therefore, my best possible answer here is tinea capitis. 60-year-old man, well demarcated, non-tender ulcer, okay. So, we have studied a very few conditions in dermatology with non-tender ulcer. Hyperkeratotic border, last 3 years, so non-healing ulcer also. It's giving a clue towards a neuropathic disorder. Also taking treatment for leprosy. All right, they diagnose the disease for us. Most appropriate next step of management. Aggressive debridement IV antibiotics. It is not infective. So why do we need to debride it aggressively? They have not mentioned infection here. Restart MDT. No, there is no need to restart MDT if the entire duration is complete. This can be a residual deformity here. Remember that. Proceed with limb amputation. For a little ulcer, why are we amputating the limb? So logically also, rest the limb, use non-bearing weight splints and provide foot care is the correct answer. The answer is C. So I hope you have understood the correct explanation of all of these questions. Thank you.